Okay, so I'm gonna do a quick video for you. So we're gonna go through the interior and exterior part, just going through the basics. Okay, you want to use silicone spray on this track. Don't use WD-40, but you can get some silicone spray and actually try to get this track lubricated for the glass door. I want to caulk up there a little bit. Toilet bowl's a little loose. You can hear it. Toilet, you can refasten that over on the connection to the subfloor. Drain stop needs to be adjusted. See right there. So this is actually, this door doesn't close, I'll show you why. So if you see up here, you see that how the top of the door side is closer to the jamb on this side? Well, if you run a 3-inch screw down here, which you might be careful because you might be hitting part of that casing right there, or not the casing, but the bottom of this jamb right here. If you do, you run a screw in there, it's going to tighten that jamb to the trimmer, and it's going to lower the door down its hair, unless they put shims right there, so you might not get a whole lot of leverage. But I'll show you, tilt it real quick. You can see, once you do that, see how it's a little bit taller than the other side? It'll lower that down and you should be able to latch it. Of course, master bathroom, so of course you're gonna wanna have that to lock really easily, so. Ceiling fans going, so I did run my ducking gun on all these, on all the, well, my temperature rating gun on all the vents. Oh, see, sometimes I like doing this video because, there, fixed it. So at first it wasn't kicking on, and the reason why the thermostat has a loose wire in it, and I took out the batteries, put new batteries in, but if you watch, I'll close it. That's crazy. So I know for a fact that it does come on and off because I was working with it, and God, it's always funny. Right when I'm on video, it won't do it. But I know for a fact that this there's some loose wires on this. I would recommend getting it serviced. I'll have my HVAC contractor's information on there. Okay. That door's fine. I'll show you some adjust strike plate stuff. Yeah. See how the door's a little loose right there? What you gotta do is you can actually get a flat screwdriver and bend that tab back a little bit, and it'll tighten the door strike plate, and it won't have that wiggle anymore. Yeah, I went up there. So like I said, I ran my thermal gun or temperature gun on everything. You'll see in the photos. I haven't crawled the house yet. I do that last because I don't want to go a mess in here, obviously. So we'll keep going around. We'll do the outside too. Same thing. Okay, so you'll notice that you get these squeaks right here. This subfloor actually right here. I'll just walk on it. Hear that squeak? They didn't use enough subfloor glue at the time, and you can actually feel it where the subfloor is not properly fastened to the joist members. Not a whole lot you can do about that unless you tear the carpet. So you either just got to live with it, but if you do end up tearing the carpet up, and we'll just say if you want to do hard floor everywhere, well then you can run, what you could do is run a 3-inch screw, or actually not 3-inch, you only need 3-inch for a subfloor. Subfloor is 3/4 wide, so run a 2-inch exterior screw, and don't get drywall screws, but get deck screws, and you can tie it at the locations where it squeaks, and I'll get rid of the squeaks for you. Okay, let's see. Handles are loose. Same thing, toilet bowl's loose. Not a lot else in here. Okay, could not get the kerosene heater to operate. And there is just a hair little bit of kerosene in there. And it's not like that, I couldn't even get the controls. See, it's set when I try to operate, and I'm not really getting any air blowing out. Doing nothing actually. So I even kind of messed around with this thing. It's not a child lock, is it? I have the same one in my house too, so before I got rid of it, so It's not like I don't know how to use it. Okay, let's go this way. Oh, we'll go on the outside last. Okay, so this door needs to get replaced. Not a fire-rated door if you have a dog door on it. So you have to have a fire-rated door because of a combustible in there. Oh, I want to go through some things. Okay, so I ran my tester on here, and it actually blew my tester. It actually shocked it, and it fell down, and it blew it up. We need to get that taken care of, the 220. I ran it again, and the breaker did not turn off the 30 amp breaker, and I ran on my other tester, and it's showing that it's really loose. So I would definitely get this taken care of by the seller. Yeah, that's just, yeah, come on, not even connected or anything. So, same with this door. I don't want to take this off, but I mentioned again, you can run a 3-inch screw up there, lift up the door, and you should be able to probably latch to that strike plate. But yeah, it's once you cut a fire door, it's not a fire door anymore. Replace the weather stripping there. Let's go out here. So, I recommend having this deck restained and get these railings painted too. And if you see, so let's say if you wanted to replace this with track stacking, you can't because your joist layout's more than 16 on center. Best bet I would say is just get this thing repainted. Paint just lasts longer than stain, in my opinion. Replace all these nails that are sticking up, because a lot of times the wood just shrinks and you'll have nails popping out. Replace them with 3-inch exterior hex bit deck screws. Here, I'll show you. There's one right there. You can get it at Mendo Mill or Kelseyville Lumber. So they did try to. So what you could do. See, I like doing these videos. Sometimes it was you catch yourself, you miss something. So, run a galvanized lag from that ram member right through the 4x4. We'll tighten that up. See how it's loose. Watch, I'll forget to put on the report now, but I'll have on the video. Okay. Okay, so the roof, ran my drone up there, went up there. Roof's in good shape. Looks, geez, a couple of years old. You got 3-point ventilation, so like when you have a gable end vent, you have gable vent, which is not on that gable, but over here in the house. And then you have a ridge eave vent, which again with that, and then you have roof vents. So you have all these roof vents. So you have 3-point ventilation throughout the house, which I think is just better than hip and valleys that don't have that. So you also have a ledger member here. Well, let's just say this: it's a joist member going against the ledger of the house, or you can call it a rim. It has additional support for the joist below it. It's almost like you can almost call it a girder member that's flat against the ledger. It's Doug fir. It needs to be painted, or actually, it was supposed to be pressure treated. So that's a little mistake right there. Okay, I'm not going to show all the fencing, but I know there's a bunch of fencing that needs to get replaced. And that one gate up there, they're going to put some wheels on there. That's just a lot of weight. Like I said, I have not crawled yet, so I will do that last. I'll use my drone too. Tank is leaning, so it needs to be on a flat surface. Rust on the grill. I would definitely again recommend having this serviced. Okay, so here we are. This is, you probably saw this. It's called a cold joint crack. It happened below the footing. I wouldn't worry about it. You see, there's no vertical cracks going up. What happens is that, especially, you can see this part of the day where the sun just beats down in this section. Like you'll see a lot of it, or I'll show you in the video, where mushrooms right here are swells. That's from the sun. This type of trim is really bad against the sun, especially on this side of Kelseyville or in the Riviera where the sun just beats down on this. That's why you see these. They didn't even have the caulk under here actually. But it all shrunk up at one point. They just recocked it, and this just really gets beaten up by the sun. Same down there. You can see in the bottom portion where we're going against the mud sill. But overall, I mean, I've seen a whole lot worse in this area when it comes to the sun damage. So, and replacing trim is not a big deal. Right there, yeah, replace that trim right there. So there's trim members that that you could. Yeah, that was a long cold joint crack that I imagine was probably built before this house was ever installed. It's a manufactured home. And this fencing, so that sun just beat down this whole pour. And what happens is you do the footing first, and then when it got so hot that the bonding wasn't there properly for the second or third layer of concrete for the actual perimeter wall. It's cosmetic. It's not gonna do anything. I wouldn't worry too much about it. I mean, you have a hairline crack, but if I saw, structural, well, you can see right there. They did try. That's funny. So I just caught that. Okay, so you see this little bonding right here? They put looks like they put a little bit of a bonding, like an epoxy ejection right there. That happens a lot where you have the anchor bolts right here. And sometimes you'll see a lot of these vertical cracks where the anchor bolts are. And that's because now they're galvanized and they were rusted then. But they're supposed to be galvanized now. So I bet you if I go to that one over there, I will see an anchor bolt right there too. Let's see. Oh, wait. Oh, obviously I won't be able to tell. So, again, this is the kind of stuff, I think that, like I said, it was just a hot day when they poured. But I wouldn't worry about it too much. Okay? Like I said, the roof is good. I'm not bringing my tablet on the roof just because I'm afraid if it falls, I lose all my reports that I have to get written done. Obviously, that plate member needs to get replaced. Let's go back over here, and I'll show you. This needs to get this top plate right here. Let's get replaced. Place the latch. Yeah, readjust the hinges. You'll be in good shape. All right, thank you.